All right, the new Miguel is out on the global side of the game. However, I do have to say I had him on JP, and personally, I think he's kind of booty cheeks. Also, on any tier list you look at, he's kind of booty cheeks. So I don't necessarily think he's worth pulling for. Really, the character you guys want to pull for is going to be Gato when he releases, which is going to be later. He's going to be like part 2 of the JJK 0 rerun. But since he got buffed, he is literally one of the best, if not the best debuffer in the game. Also, you know, Yuta is pretty good. Now, in my case, I have 20 tickets. I accidentally bought the wrong tickets for his banner, and then they gave you 10 for free, thinking I was buying them for Miguel's banner, but that's fine. I got 2 pulls to do on this banner, I guess. The biggest problem, though, for me summoning for Yuta is I have Yuta dupe 5. Did I pull 5 dupes of him originally? No, I used my versatile dupes to get him to dupe 5. So I don't really need any copies of him, so having the tickets on this banner, kind of useless to me. I think I might still need the recollection, so in this one particular case, it might be better for me to get the recollection. Normally I don't feel that way when summoning. And then Miguel, though, I do want to try to get the character if possible so I can showcase him on global for you guys. I'll try to make him look as good as possible, but really he's not that great. So really quickly, I'm gonna go over his kit, his skills. If you guys already know what he does, feel free to skip ahead to where the summons actually start, letting you know now. All right, so skill 1 right here deals melee attack damage to target enemy or enemies equal to 199.96% physical technique, 2 hits in total. The effect scales with Self's cursed energy up to 40% of original effect. Maximum when cursed energy is 80. So the more cursed energy you have, the stronger this particular skill is going to hit. It's not super crazy though. And then the skill 2, Stay Focused, applies 29.99% physical technique, increase to self for 3 turns, applies 24.99% damage taken decrease to self for 3 turns. The effect scales with the self's cursed energy when taking damage up to 60% of original effect. So like if you have cursed energy, it can be good, but it's like, I don't know, it's not super crazy. Maximum when cursed energy is 60. You would think that this would be better because you're going to be able to use the skill, right? And you're going to be able to stack all of a sudden this damage taken decrease effect on himself multiple times, but stacking that consumes cursed energy. So unless you have like a battery character or recollection to give cursed energy to him continuously, he's not going to get like the extra additional scaling effect of this. So like you can stack it for 2 turns essentially up to 50%, which is okay. I don't know, it's not super crazy. It's all right. It looks better on paper than actual in-game. And then skill 3, Disrupting Rope, applies attack nullification invalidation to self for 1 time, deals ranged attack damage equal to 79.97% of curse technique, and applies provocation for 1 turn to target enemies. If this provocation was for more than 1 turn and it was able to like be 3 turns, you know, that the amount of time that his damage reduction is, if that was 3 turns and multiple enemies, like that would be good. Maybe a buff in the future, like when they add in the routes for people to increase their characters. I call it hidden potential routes, but I don't even know. It's basically hidden potential routes. I forget the actual name of it. And then decreases the effects of 2 weakenable buffs applied to the target by 30% of original effects, and decreases the effect turns by 1. Newly applied effect takes priority. So buffs that you can weaken on the enemy are, it's okay. I don't know, man. It's just, it looks so good on paper. This is what I thought when I originally saw it on JP, but then like when you actually take it in the game, it's not nearly as good as it sounds. And then the ultimate, Your Opponent Is Me, applies attack nullification and validation to self 1 time, deals ranged attack damage to target enemies equal to 200.03% of curse technique, 2 hits in total, applies 25% damage taken increase to target enemy for 1 turn. If that was more than 1 turn, it'd be better. Decreases the effects of 3 weakenable buffs applied to the targets by 50% of original effects, and decreases effects turns by 2. That's probably the best part. The best part is like reducing the amount of turns. However, I just like, the problem is Illusory Tower, a lot of like certain things are not removable or weakenable, and it just makes it rough. Deals melee attack damage to target enemy equal to 900% physical technique for 3 hits in total. The effect scales with Self's cursed energy up to 40% of original effect. Maximum when cursed energy is 80. So as you can see, everything except for skill 1 here requires cursed energy, and these two things at least scale off of cursed energy. And so the more cursed energy you have, the better the scaling is going to be and the better the techniques are going to be, but that can be kind of hard to achieve with this particular character. And then the auto skill, when battle starts, applies 15% cursed technique damage taken decrease and 20% physical technique increase to self. So that's just permanent, right? That's actually not bad. Overall, I mean, he, like I said, like I've said it a few times, he looks good. He looks good on paper, but then in actual, like, in-game content, it's just, I don't know, the stages don't work well for him, I guess. The content in the game doesn't allow him to be as good as he sounds. That's my opinion. But let me know what you guys think down in the comments. If you agree, disagree, if you think he's the GOAT or whatever, you know, let me know. Or if you have more reasons to add for why you think he's not that great, let me know as well. So first off, we're going to do the paid summon here, and then actually I'm going to do one multi. If I don't get anything on that multi, I'm going to go down to the Yuta banner. I'm going to do my 2 multis here, and then I'm going to come back and do my last multi here. I'm not going to go crazy for this character. Like, I went a little bit more crazy for Gojo. Obviously, Gojo's the GOAT. And I did do a little bit more for Itadori. Itadori's very good. Miguel is just really, in my opinion, that bad. He's not worth going crazy on. So I'm going to use the 20 tickets and call it good on his banner. If I get him, I get him. That's awesome. If I don't, well, then, you know, rip. Okay, so here we go. First, summon on the Miguel banner. Watch me get nothing here, and then I go to the Yuta banner and get Yuta. It's going to be sad, because then I'll get nothing on this banner, but it's alright. I've already dubbed up in recent videos with summons on both my hero and JJK when I did the summons for Gojo, so I won't be too upset. Any which way, however this goes down. We did have a recollection here. Is it the new one? No, it's not. As you can see, I have that fully duped, so that is not useful to me. All right, let's do the Yuta summons. Let's see if we get another copy of the recollection. That's kind of what we want here, or any other character, really. That's not Yuta, but we'll see how this all goes down. Watch, the one time I don't want a character, I'll get him. Or maybe I'll get nothing, okay? You know what, shaft me, that's fine, because if you shaft me here on this banner, maybe I'll go back to the Miguel banner and I'll actually get something that I need. Game, please? Alright, no Black Flash, so that's fine. There was some cursed energy, so maybe a recollection in here. Yup, okay, that's what we needed. 2 recollections, let them both be the same one. I think I only needed like 1 or 2 more copies. Alright, so we'll skip ahead to the first one. Alright, that's fine, I guess. I think I still need a copy of that, potentially. Did I need copies of those? So, nope, I didn't need either. Okay, well, I was wrong. I thought I still needed a copy of that one. Yeah, that's the problem. A lot of my recollections are 5 duped because that's just all I pull. I just pull recollections, like, day in and day out. Okay, well, make sure you don't forget to also do this. I need to remind myself to do it more. Go in and exchange for the Gacha pity card if you need to add to your pity card. But okay, here we go. Last summon on Miguel. See if we get him. If we don't, well then, whatever. I'm not gonna be too upset, honestly. I actually used a stamp on him on JP. Like, I got him pretty high leveled on JP and I was not super impressed. Okay, recollections. Oh man, 2 recollections. One of these has to be the new one, right? Okay, not this one. And oh my gosh, again? You gotta be kidding me! Oh, I just wanted at least one of the recollections. Normally, I don't feel like that was asking for much, man. I don't feel like that was asking for much, but that's okay. That's alright, I guess. So that will officially put me at 250 on the pity card, I guess. So that's cool. That's done, I guess. And no Miguel. So if you did get Miguel, let me know how you're liking him down in the comments and let others know, you know, if you think he's good or bad or not worth it. My opinion, I don't think he's worth it, but I'd love to hear what you guys are thinking. Thank you guys so much for watching. Peace.